for tuning in to another episode of the Michael Bogger Show. Of course, this is your host, Mike. And today I'd like to talk to you about a troubling topic that I've read in the news a lot, and that would be about breed-specific legislation, specific towards pit bulls. Now, this is actually something that reaches close to my heart because if you guys don't know, I do own and love a pit bull of my own. Her name is Luna. Something that'll probably come up in a later video that I'm not ready to talk about is I got Luna as an emotional support dog because I do have PTSD, anxiety disorder, depression disorder, and I have dissociative tendencies because of things that happened to me in the past. Now, I'm not going to go into all those because that's not relevant for this video. What is relevant is someone that saved my life, and her name is Luna. Now, I was originally looking through all the pounds, and a lot of pit bulls I noticed were in these pounds, some not, and I was personally looking at anything but a pit bull. Then I came to my last animal shelter. It wasn't an SPCA, it was a privately run organization who does everything they can to find every pet a home. And they're amazing, and I'd love to donate to them one day when I have the money. But I actually went in there looking for another dog, and I was talking and I was walking that dog, and it just didn't work out. She was too scared of everything. And when I was about to leave, I was kind of sad. The lady that was helping us out asked, well, what kind of dog are you looking for? What are you looking for in a dog? And I told her I was looking for a dog for an emotional support dog, an emotional companion. Went through some rough patches. I had attempted to kill myself a couple times, and I just needed someone that I could unconditionally love, and she would return the unconditional love. And she told me, you know what, I've got the perfect dog for you, and walked me over to this poor little dog by herself. She was a pit bull, and she was picked on by a lot of other dogs, so they had to keep her by herself. And she told me, I think this dog will be perfect for you. And I was asking, well, why do you think that? You know, I know all the rumors about pit bulls. And she said, believe me, this is the most gentlest dog you'll ever have. The only reason she's by herself is she was picked on, and we just don't want her to get hurt. Would you be willing to take a look at her? And I said, yes, of course I would. You know, at the very least, I could get her some out time and some play time. Well, they took me and my wife and Luna, who had a different name at the time, into this room. And right off the bat, Luna just started playing, and it wasn't like she was even afraid of us. And like there was this instant connection. Like I instantly fell in love with a pit bull, and I never thought I would because I've always been afraid of pit bulls. But we became inseparable, and it hurt me to leave her that day. But that day we were not ready for a dog. We were looking, and we had to get our house ready. So about a week later I came back because I wanted to play with Luna some more. I missed her so much and had such a great connection. And so I went in there, and the first thing I heard was a lady saying, oh, you're here looking at that dog? That's what dog we want to get too. And I looked at the lady at the desk and I said, not today, she's mine today. And the lady said, are you sure? And I said, yes, I want her today. Right now, let's do what we got to do, sign what we got to sign, pay what we got to pay. I want her right now. No one else is taking that dog from me. And sure enough, I paid a fee of $25, which is why this place is so amazing. They work mostly on donations, and they keep their adoption prices as low as they can. So for $25, proof that I live somewhere that would allow a dog, they brought Luna right out to me. She knew who I was instantly and just came up to me, loved me, and hugged me. And I walked out the door with a brand new dog, not knowing anything about pit bulls or what I was getting into. Second, we didn't have our house ready, so what we had to do was we went right to PetSmart and brought that dog in with us. And we let her pick out her toys. We got a crate for her just in case, because she does like to get into things, and she's actually really smart. One thing you need to know about pit bulls is they're smart. My Luna can open a door when no one's looking. We've tried to hide my medications since I do have a lot of them. If you can see here, let me show you right here. Sorry if it's a little messy, but each one of those rows is a medication I have to take, except for the top. You'll see a couple of repeats on the top. They're just kind of vitamins and helping, but all those medical bottles below, each row is a medicine I have to take during the day. All right, let me make sure that's back. And she was able to get into those. To this day, she still is. But when we're around, she's not. So we do have a nice-sized crate that has a cuddle bed. If you don't know what that is, for dogs with social anxiety, it hugs them and everything. Because one thing we did learn that she does have social anxiety, which made her perfect for me. Me trying to start my own business, I wanted a business to where I could bring my dog into work, and she doesn't like being away from me, and she does comfort me. She knows when I'm upset, and she will snuggle with me, and she'll get as close as she can. The only problem I don't like is she does get a little aggressive if something does frighten me, or if I get really uncomfortable. It's her way of trying to protect me. It's not the right way. I didn't teach her that way, but it is her way of protecting me. But for the most part, she is the most loving, gentle dog ever. Her trainer loves her to death. I don't know anyone that doesn't like her. There are just a couple rules you gotta follow with her. She's very protective of our vehicle, which is technically now her vehicle. And she's very protective of our bedroom. So, in other words, for you to be allowed into one of those places and you're not me or my wife, you have to kind of meet her at a neutral setting, and if she accepts you, then you're more than welcome to go in. If not, she can get a little aggressive. But for the most part, she's a very sweet, very nice puppy. And that got me looking into a lot of the other myths about pit bulls. One thing I did learn before I start going into pit bull myths is that she's 2 years old, and me and my wife are her fifth and final family, which can explain her social anxiety. That means she's before me and my wife, because our 1 year anniversary and her third birthday will be November 11th, which is the day we adopted her, and that's the day we're going to celebrate on, because no one knows when her real birthday is. I'm going to bake her a doggy cake that humans can eat too. It's mostly peanut butter. I might do a video on me making that, but that's a couple days away. And yes, I couldn't live without her. When I'm at doctor's appointments or anything like that, I'm really sad that I can't be around her. She brightens my day that much. But then I got looking into the pit bull myths, and pit bulls are actually some of the smartest dogs out there. More pit bulls than any other dog pass qualifications for helping disabled people and emotional support and things like that. Pit bulls are the #1 breed that will pass. They're very, very smart dogs. They're very gentle by nature. Back in the 1800s, I believe, they were the #1 dog chosen to protect families. Like, there were families that came from overseas that would spend as much money as they needed to bring their pit bull with their family. They were the #1 child dog. They cared for a lot of things. They were the family protector. They're very loyal dogs. Now, because of this, people exploited them and started teaching them how to fight. And pit bulls do not want to fight. I think that Luna, honestly, was abused at some point, because she does have a permanent limp in one of her legs. And she has a permanent scar cut underneath one of her lips. And she gets very frightened when other dogs try to attack. She does not like that. She gets into a defensive mode, and she either attacks or cowers, which leads me to believe that at some point she was abused. And the one thing you need to learn is pit bulls are not naturally aggressive, no matter what anyone says. If they were, I wouldn't have one. I don't like aggression. Pit bulls can be trained to be aggressive, and that training can be undone. Like, every life deserves a chance, and every pit bull deserves a home. And I tell you right now, if you went out and adopted a pit bull, you would never regret it. The only thing you would regret is they have very bad farts. I know that's comical, but it's true. I don't know who has worse, me or my wife, my puppy or my wife. But I love her just the same. I spend a lot of money on her when I have it. She doesn't like going to the groomer, but I take her anyway. But yes, I mean, and when I take her out to the dog park, I see a lot of people worried, but she has a lot of friends at the dog park. A lot of dogs she plays really well with, a lot of owners she'll go up to and greet, and when she greets someone, she actually walks up to them, sits down, and greets them. She doesn't go crazy. She may go crazy if she hasn't seen someone in a really long time. But for the most part, she is very well behaved. I'm probably going to include into this some of my playing video, because I just took her outside to play, and she doesn't quite have fetch down yet, but it's still very fun to get her some exercise. But I'm going to end the video like this. Before some of my playtime, or maybe after some of my playtime footage. I haven't decided where I'm going to put it yet, since I'm right now waiting for another video to load in my maker before I can edit that, before I edit this. But never turn down a pit bull. Pit bulls are more likely to be killed in the shelter than any other dog, and I guarantee you most of those pit bulls do not deserve it. They're very nice dogs, and I would never do business, I would never go anywhere that had a pit bull law against it. And yes, I am trying to start a business. My next video will probably be about the identity fraud that I'm fighting at the moment. But when that's settled and I get my lawsuit money and I'm finally able to open my business, I will not buy from a place that has breed legislation. I will not sell to any place that's located with anyone with breed legislation. I will never move my house to any place like that. It's not right. There are bad dogs everywhere. You can train a Chihuahua to hurt someone. You can train a Great Dane to hurt someone. You can train a Poodle to hurt someone. But because the media attacks pit bulls, all of a sudden pit bulls are bad. What about the Rottweilers before that? And what about the German Shepherds before that? German Shepherds are a huge family pet now, but back during World War II, they were feared by everybody because they were used to help attack the Axis. And now they're our friends, and I think pit bulls can be our friends too. And I'm going to leave it on that note. I love you guys. Spread love, be kind to one another, and I'll talk to you next time. Thank you. Come here, Levo. Come on. You ready? Girl. Oh, yes. Good girl. Bring it back. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Bring it back. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Come here. Come here. Come here, Luna. Come here, bring it back. Come on. You gotta get it to me. You gotta give me the ball. You gotta give me the ball. Yes, you do. Come here. Come on, give me the ball. Come on. Come on. Oh, you're gonna drop it right there, huh? Oh, you're gonna get it. Come on. Luna, drop it. Sit. Stay. 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 Luna, come on. Come here, give me the ball. Come here. Come here. Come here, give me the ball. Come here. Come here, little ball. Come here. Sit. Sit. All right. Sit. Sit. Yes, good girl. You ready? Are you ready to go get it, huh? Huh? Go get it. Go get it. I know you can. Go get it. Come on. You can do it. Love bug. Luna. Go get the ball. Go get it. Go bring me the ball, huh? Really?